It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
If you're working for a while, come by Cuts, I'll make you smile. Cuts Black Friday come around. We are the best prices in town. Black Friday starts now at Cuts. Yeah, it's back. Cuts Black Friday. I tell you, hurry fast. Traffic on the highway. You know we got unbeatable prices. And furniture, electronics and appliances. Are you coming? Say yeah. Weekly prices. Biggest and best deals of this season. Shop and credit to win big. And pay nothing until next year, February. Rock out and come down to Cuts. Cuts already load. Cuts already load. Black Friday starts. Cuts already load. And go when Black Friday come out.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Real Value IGA Supermarket, bringing the supermarket to you. Of course, we'd like to say hello and welcome to everyone to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, that is Grenada. It was no ordinary day today. It was tough. It was rough. It was heartbreaking. It was hard to see so many people affected by a couple hours of rain in such a negative way. We'll talk about that in tonight's news. A lot of it tonight in terms of our news will be will surround the events of today. We are hearing from NADMA. We are hearing from Grenlec. We are hearing from the government. So yeah, we're gonna get that ball rolling. In a while, we gotta let you know the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Coats, Grenada Limited, Digicel Nawasa, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors, Infinite Contractors, and of course the Beacon Insurance. We take a break and we come right back. And someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel, and that lucky person might just be you. We'll be back.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin Diapers, New Bright Laundry Detergent, Allegra Pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only. Alright family, so again we'd like to say officially welcome to everyone on tonight's program. Of course, we do hope that you have had a good one. For those of you who are abroad, you have no idea as to what we experienced today. And for those of you who are here in Grenada, what a day it was. Of course, I know that a lot of people just wanted to be home after such a long day, and a long day it was. Even myself, I had a lot of difficulties trying to get home because of a lot. Bridges are blocked, roads are blocked, bridges flooded, fallen trees, debris in the road, rocks in the road. It was tough. It was tough. In fact, I went to get my son from school because I saw that the situation was going to get bad, and trying to drop my son from school to get back to work. I couldn't even get back to work. It was just not possible. And you just wanted to get off the roads because of so many landslides as well, and you're not sure where another slide is going to pop up and cut you off from where you live. It was a couple hours of rain, and the impacts, the effects of that was just traumatic, dramatic, everything in one. Let us take us back to earlier today.
Had a little train in here today. Whole place flood out.
Yo, this is the worst I ever seen. The sea line and the road line is almost on the
ordinary day. Quite a bit of people felt it. The lagoon, as one of the contributors was saying, that the sea line and the road seem to have been on the same level due to the flooding. Of course, you can imagine what he meant when he said that. It was hard to watch vehicles being destroyed, with in some cases vehicles having people in them allegedly while being washed away by the heavy rains. This, by the way, is River Road, and I'm wondering what happened, because I know a lot of work went into fixing this area, a lot of work and money. So I'm not sure what has happened here. This was not supposed to happen, but it did. Where did we go wrong with this project? Millions of dollars, if you ask me, and it was extensive. So, I don't know what to say. This is River Road. The problem is not fixed. It is not resolved. This here now is Lazarus in St. David. And of course, the Tia Marisha Community College had students who were standing on tables and chairs to avoid getting wet from the flooded classroom. This is by far the worst that I've seen it. I know that we've had flooding situations before, but in my mind, nothing compares to what we have experienced today. This was not a tropical storm. It was not a hurricane. It was... But look at the effects of it. Look at the kind of experience that we had. We had even situations where the electricity got cut off. In fact, in some areas, electricity is yet to be restored. Believe it or not, yes. In some areas, electricity is yet to be restored. And I spoke to an official from Grenada earlier today, and they were saying, yeah, they do not know how long it's going to take to restore the power, because one can appreciate that we are still experiencing inclement weather. It is not as extensive as earlier today, but of course it is still there. Of course, and the workmen would need the proper conditions in order to be able to address the situation of no electricity. And of course, we just have to be realistic. It will be hard. Grenada Electricity Company Limited say that they'd like to advise customers about outages related to the inclement weather. Goes on to say here that the team is working to restore service to all affected customers as soon as possible. Please note that there may be delays in reaching the 237 fault line. Grenada say that they'd like to apologize for the inconvenience and ask the customers to continue using the Grenada mobile app to report outages. As they continue to receive reports about weather-related impacts, they say that they appeal to the customers to exercise caution and remain safe. And that's from Grenada. And, well, people have been asking why we're not hearing from NADMA. Why? That National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA. Well, this afternoon, we in fact heard from NADMA. In a press release, it says here that due to the prolonged heavy rainfall experienced during the day today, several incidents of flooding, landslides, and obstruction of roadways were reported in many areas throughout the country. NADMA advises that the Ministry of Infrastructure and the Royal Grenada Police Force, the RGPF, have responded to these incidents. Teams are out cleaning roads, moving debris, and taking whatever actions are necessary to return to normalcy. NADMA advises the general public as follows. 1. Adhere to traffic directives issued by the Royal Grenada Police Force. Expect delays in traffic due to road obstructions and work crew operating in affected areas. To avoid flooded areas and use alternative routes as directed by the RGPF. Pay attention to advisories from the Meteorological Office. Avoid taking unnecessary risks, especially in flooded areas, and refrain from sightseeing. The Met Office, they say, has advised that the weather should improve as the evening progresses. On the conversation of NADMA, many were asking, and you know, I have spoken to this many times before. What is the expectation? What is the role of the National Disaster Management Agency? What are their roles and functions so that we can set clear expectations from the general public? So we have seen people blaming NADMA for not putting out any advisory on the weather. Okay? And whereas NADMA is not the Met Office, but NADMA has presented itself as the information channel for the Met Office. Because sometimes you would find that the Met Office will send out brief information, and then NADMA will then contextualize that information and then send it out. So, in all fairness, NADMA has set that expectation. You set the expectation that whenever there are disasters, whenever there are occurrences like these, that you are the channel that people should come to for information. So you set that expectation. So though you are not the Met Office, you have presented yourself as the avenue where people should go to for information. And so that information must come in a timely manner. And it's not that people are waiting to hear from NADMA when they are already supposed to know what to do, because I've seen people make that comment before. But realistically, there are some businesses that unless they hear from an authorized source, they are not going to respond accordingly. Right? So that's where you come in. 2, when the authority speaks, the information penetrates faster and farther. That's the reality. So you have a big building with all the amenities and so on and so on, and we have to start making use of NADMA. NADMA could be very critical. You understand? That's one. Even on the Met Office's side, they do send daily updates. I think it might come twice or 3 times. We get a midday update, we get a evening forecast, and I'm not too sure if there's a morning forecast. Probably there is. But here's the thing. NADMA gives the information as generic as possible. So if we are to go into the report, and I'm speaking from the perspective of, so they do send morning forecast. So if we are to take it from the perspective of the information that you send, you understand? This morning's forecast reads, partly cloudy to cloudy at first, with light to moderate showers becoming heavy at times and possible isolated thunderstorms, improving during the late afternoon. Low chance of flash flooding. Right? So this is as generic as possible. Good. I mean, and of course we hear that all the time. During the course of the day, when this thing started, right, there was another forecast that was sent out by NADMA. By the Met Office. It says low chance of flash flooding and landslides. Low chance of flash flooding and landslides. By that time, place already mash up and mashing up. And that is where the concern for me comes in. Because here you have a situation where the place is flooding out. Okay? The place is flooding out. And in a midday, the report that comes out at the time of the flooding out, it doesn't speak to it with any specificity. You understand? So that it raises no alarm to the general public. One, it gives no directive to the media also to say, okay, an alert level has been issued or is being issued. So we know in what context we are received. This is 2024, for God's sake. All right? We've been doing the same thing over and 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 over. It is making no sense. Okay? So let's modernize the thing. Let's modernize the thing. So even when we receive the same information that should be interpreted differently, because you're seeing signs that this today may be different, even if the information is the same, because we get, like when I say that flash flooding, low chance of flash flooding, blah, 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 that today, when we say this, we mean XYZ. When we say this, there's a stronger likelihood, because you say low chance means low chance. Alright? Low chance means low chance. The whole freaking nation flooding out, and you are saying there's a low chance of flash flood. Like, what the hell? You understand what I'm saying? So we have to, make more sense. We have to modernize the business. We have to take the business more serious. This is 2024. And we keep doing this. We keep doing this. So something else needs to be done. You understand? I have parents calling me. They can't see their child. And they're concerned, and rightfully so. If we issue an orange alert where the weather is concerned, then we know orange alert means school closes immediately. Grand Lake crews go on standby. Nawasa crews go on standby. All right. The communication arm of NADMA takes effect, or the auxiliary communication arm. I don't know. You understand? We are now on orange. You understand? Place freaking flooding out. Vehicle going on in drain, like in river, like it's leafing drain. Low chance of flash flooding. And nothing specific to the impending weather, nothing specific to the current weather. Like, what the hell? You understand? We could do things, the daily stuff that we get about rain, Sunday, we getting that on our phone. Look, we getting that on our phone. If we pull up AccuWeather, or if we pull up just weather on our phone, whether it's an iPhone or you have a or Android, we have the weather that tells us 26 degrees Celsius, a 9% chance of rain at 10 o'clock, 10% chance of rain. We had that. We don't need that. We get that every day from here. What we would like is that when things are going to be different, that is going to affect the farmers in the way that it did today, that is going to affect the students in the way that it did today, that is going to affect the business community in the way that it did today, that is going to affect property owners in the way that it did today, that we need to be told, watch out. And even if we missed it, and we are now experiencing it, hey, XYZ, we have now raised the alert level to orange. Again, now everybody knows what orange means. So you don't have principal from Central's calling principal from Happy Hill and asking, hey, y'all had anything? What are they going to do? Because we're just trying to see what we can do too. You don't have people trying to call the Ministry of Education and plugging up the lines because they need some degree of directive. Everybody running like chicken without head because there's no uniformity. There's nobody who takes charge. Nothing. Everything just haywire. So some schools finish schools when they're supposed to finish school because they do not know the extent of what was going on. They're inside. You understand? They're inside. They don't know what's going on. You understand? They don't have their phones. Ting. There are some people who work in call centers and things like that. They don't have access to their phones during the normal working day. They know nothing. They sit down inside and next thing you know, you can't find a car when they go outside. All the seats are river in front of anyone if you're in a dream. Yeah? Because there's nothing to trigger any sort of response from the public where these scenarios is concerned. 2024. Get some college students to put a plan together. Give them a night to put a plan together and you go see. You know, it angers me. It angers me because I've seen this thing over and 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 over. Nobody wants to take responsibility. And at the end of the day, the people suffer. Yeah? People losing their cars and ding. Anyway, I don't blame no individual, you know. I'm saying that at this stage, we need to get it. We need to get this thing right. At this stage, we have to get it right. Understand? Because I don't want to hear about all these things every day that we don't need to hear about. And then when we really need to hear things, we don't hear nothing at all. Deafening silence. Making no flicking sense. Understand? Don't make no sense. Yeah? We need innovation. Yeah? We need people who think. Yeah? Foresee. Think. Come up with brilliant ideas. Understand? Freaking square peg in the wrong hole. Get me sick. So anyway, that is it. I don't talk. What time is it? So, as a result of so many things happening, roads getting blocked, you don't want to see Mount Morris. The decision was made to open up for at least 24 hours in the first instance. The Molyneux Bridge or the Molyneux Road that is currently in the final stages of construction. So here you have the vehicles are now able to access the Molyneux Bridge. That's where the land slippage was. It's been years, you know, and all they like all themselves on that piece, eh? All they like all themselves on that piece. Yes, and of course we heard from the government, the Ministry of Infrastructure advises the public that the Molyneux Road will be opened immediately and remain open for the next 24 hours in the first instance to allow people to get to the West Coast. The Ministry of Infrastructure is urging extreme caution, however, since the road is unpaved. The opening of the Molyneux Road is being employed as a temporary measure because of landslides in the bypass road through Mount Morris as a result of the inclement weather. All are asked to be guided accordingly and remain vigilant in traversing the route. Alright, so all you get to see the business for yourself. The road open up and ting. Alright, so we organize. Alright, guys. So yeah, boy. Well, so that's that. What else I have to tell you? I know that there's one more thing I had to tell you. I just feel like there's something that slipped my mind a little bit to tell you. But anyway, like trauma. Trauma in the brain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's that. Nawasa have their hands full. Water outages everywhere. Blocked pipes. The whole works. And I know that sometimes when there are certain impending weather systems, Nawasa will implement an island-wide shutdown. They would advise people of the island-wide shutdown. I don't know if they do that. I don't even know they had adequate time to initiate this. You understand? But anyway, we can just look back and see where we have erred, and it gives us a good opportunity to implement corrective measures. You understand? Oi, we look not man send me a whole not man me mind. Now Asa send me a whole business here. So let's go. We've just received this this minute from Nawasa. Okay. So here goes nothing. Okay, hold on. Due to the recent heavy rainfall, multiple water systems across mainland Grenada, especially in the parish of St. David, St. George, St. Andrew, St. John, and St. Patrick, are currently out of commission. Nawasa teams, they are prepared to conduct assessments in the morning, which will provide a clearer understanding of the impact and the extent of the repairs that needs to be done and the timelines for those repairs. For St. John, the affected water system, Mount Plaisy, Mount Nesbitt is affected, Grand Roy, Marigot, Black Bay. The Concord system, Concord, Grand Mall, Brizan, Happy Hill, Beausejour, Cherry Hill, the Stadium, River Road, Mount Gay, and the entire town of St. George. St. Patrick, Peggy's Whim serves Hermitage, River Sally, Conference, Tivoli, Shantimel, Montrose, Bathway, Rose Hill, Carrier, St. John's, and Samaritan. That's St. John's, St. Patrick. Mount Rural Water System serves Snell Hall, Madays, La Fortune, Livera, the town of Sauters, including High Street, Mount Craven, Mount Rodney. All these areas are out of water right now. St. David, Les Avocats, that serves Minaka, Windsor Forest, Apsley, Pedmota, Marianne, St. Paul's, Richmond Hill, Monjaloo, Lavery, Hopevale, and Creighton. PTA Tang water system as well is affected. PTA Tang is affected. Syracuse, Corinth, Vincent's, Windsor Forest, Lauraland, Providence, Chamflaw, Child Island. Oof. All these areas, listen, all these areas are without water, and Nawasa cannot tell you when it will be restored because the assessment is not yet done, and understandably so. For St. George's, no, I don't even finish yet. Hey, St. Andrew, we're going to St. Andrew now. Moncton serves Paradise, Dunfermline, Pearls, Canal Road, Lafayette, Simoon. Spring Gardens serves Budge Grove, Adelphi, Beauregard, Providence, Lower and Upper Capital, Balthazar, Ladigue, Bellevue, Lands, and Noel's Hill. Also St. James, the Mammy, Bocas, and Brandon Hall. Pleasant System is out as well. That serves La Chute, Richmond, DeBlando, Walker, also Post Royal, and the Tilleries and Batter Hill. In St. George's, we have quite a bit of areas without water. Vendome Water System, it serves Black Forest, Constantine, Bolio, Mongay, River Road, Montmorris, Bellevue, Snug Corner, Boca, Melrose. Bonaccord system is affected as well. That serves St. George's Estate, Bonaccord, and Lamode, including Ravine. Rady is out as well. That serves Rady, the Coconut, and Mount Parnassus. Mardi Gras is out of water as well. That system serves Antoine Hill, St. Paul's, Beirut, Cobo Town, Bay Gardens, Africa, Mount Parnassus, Mondelez, Old Wester Hall. And then Annandale serves Constantine, New Hampshire, through to River Road, extending throughout the entire south of the island. All of these areas are without water as we speak. So you know the teams will have to be out tomorrow early, and so it will be a lot of work. It will take more than a day to have all of these systems restored. I can tell you that, just to manage your expectation. They say that they are committed to working tirelessly to restore supply as quickly as possible. In the meantime, they kindly ask consumers in the affected areas to use stored water, all right, and use it sparingly, considering everything, all the unknowns. You understand? While Nawasa takes the time needed to address this. All right, an update will be provided on Wednesday morning, they say, with further information from the assessments. And they'd like to thank you for your patience and your understanding and cooperation as they work through this challenging situation. And of course, that is coming up from Nawasa. All of these areas are out of water. Manage your expectation. You understand? And manage your water too. Okay, guys. So I'm guessing a lot of schools will not be open tomorrow. So please speak to your principal, speak to your class teacher on whether or not there will be school tomorrow. All right. Or if that's going to be it for the rest of the week until everything is sorted out. Yeah, I would also advise schools to please check your electrical outlets to make sure that it has not been compromised if there was flooding. If your school experienced flooding, or even if your workplace experienced flooding, I'd say please verify the integrity of your outlets, your electrical outlets, just to make sure that there's no hazard there, because we do not want to hear of anybody being electrocuted. Speaking of which, we have not heard any incidents of death today. Then God has to be a Grenadian, because there are countless incidents where vehicles were washed away by water with people in it, so that's good. Yep. Sorry. It was just a tough one. So that's where we're going to pull the curtains on this segment of our program. And just to say hello to the people who are currently locked in on YouTube. We see that you're there. We want to say thank you very much for always being with us. Ansha and Cher and the Caribbean Mafia, Keith, and everybody else. Celine, Marcel, Laverne, and all the others who's always on our program on YouTube. We say blessings to you as well. Those of you who are also on Facebook, Kireen, Shireen, Listra, Iva, alright, Java, and the sharing committee. We want to say blessings to you as well. Ezran, blessings to you as well. Jamil, also blessings to you. Rondell, we see that you're there with us in Shum Shum. Sugar Babe, and everyone else, thank you for being with us. Diana, Hazelin as well. All right. So, yeah, so already we are hearing that there's no school for some of the schools, but please check in with your respective schools. Just check in with the schools to make sure. All right. Just check in so that you don't waste your time. All right. And the side of caution. That's what I would do, to be honest with you. It ain't that serious. You know, missing one day at school is not going to kill them, because a lot of work needs to be done on the roads. In fact, oh yes, that's what I had to tell you. The bus terminal, it was cray. It was, look at this. Look at this. This is what I had to tell you. The bus terminal, it took people hours to get the bus. It was crazy. And that is why, again, we need to put out the information as quickly as possible, giving clear indication of the extent of the threat that looms, okay, so that we can respond accordingly, and again having a plan in place that is tiered on levels, and explaining to the general public what those levels mean. Yeah, this like I said, we're not in the 80s. We're not in the 80s, bruh. It's 2024. Can't tell me we don't have a plan. We have to. Okay? So, this is what it was like. And I think the bus association had to set in some sort of intervention, I believe. And I think whether coasters or so were deployed to the bus terminal to get people home. I was not able to get all the details, but I believe that coasters were deployed to get people home, because the regular bus system just failed to address this on your screen. That's crazy, and that was just close to the late afternoon time, you know. So, and there were people who were in that line waiting there for hours. I was driving, and it took me a while to get home. I drove from Woodlands, to pick up my son, to get to Wester Hall. That took more than an hour. Not in traffic, looking for an alternative route to get home. Because this one block, this one have trees, this one here, this one, and that. You know? And in some areas, yes, we got a little traffic where, you know, the smaller roads, the back roads that were being used as alternative routes just couldn't handle the volume of traffic. So then there were a lot of, you know, congestion in some areas. And then bad drivers. Our drivers who they drive with their hands, not there. So anyway, we're taking a break and we are coming back. When we come back from that break, we would have for you the national report. Of course, the national report is by the government of Grenada. We'll be back.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
If you're working for a while, come by Courts, I'll make you smile. Cause Black Friday come around. We are the best prices in town. Black Friday starts now at cost. Yeah, it's back. God's Black Friday. I tell you, hurry fast. Traffic on the highway. You know we got unbeatable prices. And furniture, electronics and appliances. Are you coming? Say yeah. Weekly prices. Biggest and best deals of this season. Shop and credit to win big. And pay nothing until next year, February. Rock out and come down to court. Cuts already load. Cuts already load. Black Friday starts. Cuts already load. And go when Black Friday come out.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Ever wonder how water goes from its natural source to coming out of our tap crystal clear and safe to drink? Well, let me introduce you to Grenada's National Water and Sewage Authority. They are the water wizards behind it all. A whopping 95% of all water comes from surface sources. This water might look muddy now, but wait until you see the transformation. First, they add a non-toxic chemical to the water. This brings particles together, forming clumps in a process called coagulation. Next, a gentle stir helps the particles come together. This is called flocculation. Gravity does its thing and the clumps settle to the bottom. This is sedimentation. Then the water is passed through a bed of sand. This filtration removes up to 95% of bacteria. See the difference? Now our water is clear and nearly bacteria free. Lastly, chlorine is added for disinfection, killing any remaining bacteria and making the water safe to drink. And that, my friends, is how Nawasa brings pure, refreshing water from their surface sources to our pipes, our wash pan, our buckets, whatever you think about.
This advertisement is the first in a series showcasing Nawasa's operations. Stay tuned for more in-depth insights into our services and initiatives.
We're having issues with the audio for the national report. Just give me a moment so we can rectify that. Okay.
This is the GIS News for Tuesday, November 12, 2024. I am Sharian Noel. In the headlines, Time names Grenada's Prime Minister among 100 most innovative leaders in the business of climate action. Details to this story and more after the break.
May I have your attention, please? This is a message from IMCOT, an initiative under Caritas Grenada. We are geared on improving community resilience together. Let's prepare for the hurricane season. First things first, let us talk about the basic emergency supplies that you may need during a disaster preparation. You don't need to buy expensive gears, just focus on the essentials. Here are a few items that you may need. Water. Aim for at least 1 gallon per person daily for at least 3 days and store them in clean, food-graded containers. Purchase non-perishable foods like canned food, dry pasta, peanut butter, etc. Ensure to have enough food supply for at least 3 days. First aid kit. Ensure that your first aid kit has bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, and any prescribed medication. Flashlights and batteries. Power outages are common during a disaster, so reliable light is essential. Manual can opener. You don't want to be stuck with canned food during a disaster with no way to open it.
Everyone should have a whistle and a powered battery with you. The whistle is to signal if you're in trouble, and the radio is to keep us connected if cell services go down.
Remember, you can build this kit over time. Just start with the basics and add as you go on.
Improving community resilience together.
This is a message from IMCOT.
Welcome back. Forecast at the Met Office, Andre Charles, during an interview with the GIS, says the present weather conditions being experienced island-wide is as a result of the Intertropical Conversion Zones, ITCZ, that is normally associated with the passage of a tropical wave. The ITCZ is normally characterized by a line of cumulus clouds, heavy rain, and in some instances, frequent thunderstorms.
We've experienced some convective activities due to the wave. However, most of what we're experiencing now, not most, but all of what we're experiencing now, is because of this intertropical convergence zone. Associated with this area of convective activities is significant moisture surge. And because of this moisture in the area, supported by very minimal atmospheric support, because that's what the models have been indicating, there are very few support at the mid, upper, and lower levels, other than the surge of moisture. So this is one area that has been and continues to be one of the most difficult of synoptic atmospheric features to forecast. And we've seen that for the past few days, it continues to produce some significant showers.
Mr. Charles says they do anticipate an improvement in the weather later in the evening as the ITCZ continues to subside and move further south.
Despite what we're seeing now, we're expecting some improvement to occur later on into tonight.
Okay, so you're basically saying that by the end of the day or within a few hours, the rain will subside? Is what you're saying to us? And do you have projections for any weather patterns like these in the coming days?
Well, to say a few hours, to classify or put a particular timeline to it, would not be a rational position, but we do see.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Infrastructure advises the public that the Molyneux Road will be opened immediately and remain open for the next 24 hours in the first instance to allow people to get to the West Coast. The ministry is urging extreme caution, however, since the road is unpaved. The opening of the Molyneux Road is being employed as a temporary measure because of landslides in the bypass road through Mount Morris as a result of incessant rain. Time has named Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell as the 2024 Time 100 Climate List, recognizing the 100 most innovative leaders driving business climate action. The article reports, and I quote, Honorable Deacon Mitchell understands why climate resilience is so urgent for countries facing financial and structural ruin, unquote. On July 1st, when Hurricane Beryl made landfall on Carriacou and Petite Martinique as a Category 4, destroying agriculture, infrastructure, and disrupting livelihoods, the devastation was immense. Prime Minister Mitchell, the current CARICOM chair, joins his CARICOM colleagues, heads of government, at COP29. The community approach to COP29 is anchored in the principles of limiting global warming to below 1.5 degrees Celsius, emphasizing science-driven action and reinforcing the special circumstances of SIDS. It is a landmark year for financing as CARICOM seeks to secure a climate finance goal that guarantees access for SIDS, the grant-based or concessional finance, especially for adaptation and loss and damage, respectively, through minimal allocation flows and highest levels of concessionality for SIDS. Meanwhile, Prime Minister and CARICOM Chairman Honorable Deacon Mitchell and Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, Honorable Karine James, are leading Grenada's delegation at the Conference of Parties COP29 in Azerbaijan. World leaders, climate advocates, and experts have gathered for this pivotal conference to discuss shared environmental challenges and accelerate global climate action. Prime Minister Mitchell is set to deliver a compelling address on behalf of Grenada and Small Island Developing State SIDS during the World Leaders Summit. Additionally, Minister James will represent Grenada in key ministerial dialogues, negotiations, and bilateral meetings, underscoring Grenada's commitment to climate resilience and sustainable development. Minister James is set to lead the Global Stock Takes (GST) dialogue on behalf of CARICOM. The Grenada delegation will also showcase the impacts of Hurricane Beryl and Grenada's National Adaptation Plan (NAP) at the CARICOM Pavilion, focusing on the island's strategic actions to bolster resilience against climate threats. This presentation aligns with the conference's broader aim of elevating discussions on climate financing and adaptation for Caribbean and other vulnerable regions. Prime Minister Mitchell is scheduled to address the Leaders' Summit on Wednesday, November 13th, a forum designed for leaders to explore practical strategies and strengthen resilience for SIDS. The summit will emphasize securing climate financing, protecting vulnerable populations, and preserving cultural and ecological heritage, consistent with the Paris Agreement. We will be back after this break.
Hello, my name is Tarek Miller, Youth Parliament candidate for St. David. With my dedication for youth advocacy, empowerment, and development, I am committed to raising your voices, breaking barriers, and ensuring that your future, no, your present is realized. As Obama once said, your voice can change the world, and I intend to use mine for you. Youths, we are the architects of our destiny. We are the now.
Hello everyone, I am Antonia Coutin and I am your Youth Parliament candidate for the Parish of St. David's. My slogan, I Care, is more than just a motto. It is my commitment to you. I promise to commit to your every needs, to advocate on your behalf, to respect every opinion, and to serve you with excellence. So, if you are between the age of 16 and 35 and you reside in the St. David's area, you can reach me on 410-2020 so we can have a conversation about how we can bring St. David's to a higher level. Again, I care, our slogan for this year. To register, go to www.youthtelections.gd to complete a very simple registration form.
Remember, registration ends November 22nd. Register today. Your vote counts. Be a part of history as the first national youth elections on December 5th.
Are you thinking about buying a vehicle? Did you find a company on social media? Stop. It may be a scam. Look out for the following red flags. Is the price lower than other dealers? Does it seem too good to be true? Are you sending the monies to the US even though you are ordering the vehicle from Japan? Does the address on the invoice match the address on the payment details? Are conversations limited to WhatsApp text? Is there a sense of urgency placed on you by the seller? You are about to be scammed. Do not take your hard-earned cash or even worse, a loan to send to these scammers. Once the money leaves Grenada's shores, you are not likely to get it back. Consider buying a vehicle already on island from an individual or a car dealer. Beware of these scammers. If in doubt, it's best to stay out. A message from the Financial Intelligence Unit.
Welcome back. Senator the Honorable Adrian Thomas, Minister for Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture on Tuesday, signed an agreement with the Ministry of Culture of the Republic of Cuba to forge closer ties of friendship and solidarity in the spirit of increasing exchanges between the cultures and creative sectors. The signing took place at the Ministry of Infrastructure Conference Room, where the affixing of signatures solidified the intent of both parties to collaborate to provide training and capacity building programs for citizens in various cultural and creative fields, including but not limited to film, performing arts, visual art and craft, and music. Ambassador of the Republic of Cuba, Excellency Yvette Martinez-Lava, says the signing represents a willingness of the Ministries of Culture of Cuba and Grenada to increase the exchange between their creative sectors. She stated that both countries have rich cultural heritage that can be mutually beneficial.
We agree to promote their history and cultural development. We hope to be able to materialize a cooperation that involves joint artistic instructions, which develops its citizens the necessary capacity to exercise or appreciate visual arts, music, dance, and literature. We have reached the ending of this agreement with well-identified work topics and for which we must immediately project an action plans for its implementation. I would like to suggest and think a year in advance about holding a festival of Cuban culture in Grenada in October 2025, the month of the Cuban culture where our anthem is sung for the first time and which will become a popular festival every year. Finding points of contact or our artistic expressions and planning cultural events is another great challenge.
Senator the Honorable Adrian Thomas says the Culture and Creative Cooperation Agreement is another indicator of the strength of the Grenada-Cuba relations since establishing diplomatic ties in 1980. He says Grenada has benefited significantly with assistance in education, health, engineering, and sports.
But on the cultural front, I think it's a unique one, and it's an opportunity for Grenada to be exposed to the world by cooperating with Cuba. We also believe that we share unique cultural fronts, and by interacting with one another, our artists, the Cuban artists, will get an opportunity to show whatever they have to offer to the world.
There is no doubt that both countries will continue to benefit with the signing of the agreement.
especially in the field of training our artists, our artisans, our cultural ambassadors. Signing this agreement today will put Grenada in a very good position to develop their own culture. I think the Cubans have a lot to offer. We have a lot to offer. We will be happy to do our cultural exchange. We'll be happy to do joint activities in terms of visiting Cuba and Cubans visiting us to have our cultural activities. I would like to see you all in the Carnival settings, and I will show our artists will be happy to visit Cuba to participate in your festivals.
The agreement took effect today, November 12, 2024, and will remain in force until December 31, 2027. The 2024-2025 cruise season will see an increase in the number of cruise calls to Grenada. Petra Roach, CEO of the Grenada Tourism Authority, during a recent interview with the GIS, said the calls will increase by 15 in comparison to 2023. In 2023, she says 184 calls were made, while 199 are expected this season. Of the 15, 7 will be calling at Port St. George's for the first time.
Out of those calls, we've got some of the larger ships like Arvia. Arvia did its inaugural last year into Grenada, and this year they've actually come back with 10 stops. So we're very excited about that. Arvia's a ship actually has 5,200 passengers, and they've got approximately 1,800 crew. We've also got 7 inaugural cruise calls, and we're really excited about that. Also new for this cruise season is the Star Clipper home porting. And Star Clipper is a beautiful tall ship. It's got the capacity for 227 passengers and approximately 100 plus crew members. So what I mean by home porting, that means that the customers come in, they stay in Grenada, they board the ship, and then they go off on their 7-day or their 14-day itinerary.
CEO Roach says another important aspect is the rate of disembarkation and what the GTA has done and continues to do to ensure that more visitors disembark when a ship is docked.
The economic impact on Grenada is really predicated on how many people get off the ships and how many of them go and engage in tours and attractions, etc. We've done a study with Brea, and it has shown that that disembarkation rate has moved from 60% to 89%, which is absolutely fantastic news. And not only that, because of the growth in terms of the number of attractions, etc., we also have increased the per visitor spend from $50 to $76. So again, this is the focus that we as the Tourism Authority continue to place on how we expand and build out the cruise industry.
The cruise industry, she says, is extremely important for varying reasons, as a number of small businesses rely on the sector to earn their livelihood.
Especially the taxis, the restaurants, the vendors, who really depend on this visitation. And again, because of the sheer numbers, we know that the impact of the this industry is going to be very good for the economy. However, we do everything with a very judicious mix, because ultimately long stay visitation is where we get the majority of the economic benefit. So again, we have seen a significant increase from that market as well, where we've grown to almost 194,000 we'll finish the year at.
Roach says, all in all, GTA continues to work with stakeholders, including Grenada Ports Authority, which is working assiduously to ensure the maritime single window will be implemented in Grenada in 2025. Moving along, the Grenada Cooperative League has partnered with the Eastern Caribbean Securities Regulatory Commission for the 2024 Investment Conference for the introduction of a 2-year financial and investment literacy program. The program was launched on Tuesday at the Grenada Trade Center during the 2024 Investment Conference, attracting a diverse grouping of individuals, including credit unions, trade unions, insurance companies, non-financial cooperatives, law firms, and other private sector organizations. It was centered around the theme Financial Empowerment through Wealth Creation, Investment Opportunities in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. The aim of the 2-year program is to disseminate information and build awareness of opportunities to spur investment actions. Randy Boyd Cadet, president of the Grenada Cooperative League, expressed confidence that the conference will inspire positive change in the mindset of ordinary Grenadians and citizens across the OECS.
The theme chosen, financial empowerment through wealth creation, investment opportunities in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, is apt. And it is my hope that each of us will leave the conference filled, well satisfied, inspired, and equipped with plans of action. This conference promises to be thought-provoking with rich content, where our speakers, who are by and large chosen experts in their fields, will connect with us by sharing their experiences. Could we, should we, would we, collectively and with purpose, we believe that this occasion will mark the dawning of a new day in our financial marketplace, and it will brew positives in the minds and pockets of ordinary Grenadians and all citizens within the OECS.
Chairman of the Eastern Caribbean Securities Regulatory Commission, Mrs. Lucia Livingston Andel, said that the conference is equally important to the ECSRC, as they are also passionate about increasing the knowledge of financial literacy in the region.
This is especially important to us because we recognize as a regulatory commission that you must regulate a market. You must regulate a market that is growing. You must regulate a market that people know of. And therefore, in addition to our role as regulators, as ensuring that investors are protected, we also have the dual role of facilitating growth in the markets. So it is within this context that I'm pleased to announce our agreement to partner with the Grenada Cooperative League in enhancing financial and investment literacy in Grenada and in the wider OECS region.
Mrs. Andel highlighted that financial literacy continues to be one of the recurring themes in conferences, and the cooperative sector has an opportunity to change the narrative.
One of the key findings emanating from these consultations, discussions, was that there was a common thread, the need for greater awareness of the operations of the market and greater investment and financial literacy among the populace. So everywhere we go, everyone we spoke to, there was that common theme. You need to be more visible. You need to ensure that people are aware of the market. You need to ensure that people are aware of how to access the market. We view the cooperative sector within the OECS with its emphasis on member education and empowerment and its grassroots connections as a natural partner to achieve our joint goal of financial and investment literacy.
Finance Minister Honorable Dennis Cromwell commended the Grenada Cooperative League and the ECSRC for the partnership to build awareness on financial literacy.
Our regional securities market in the ECCU is a key mechanism through which we can provide opportunities to our citizens to build wealth, as well as to support the regional economy through investment. Therefore, I welcome this event today and commend the Grenada Cooperative League's 2-year plan to roll out the program that seeks to financially empower our people by increasing financial and investment literacy.
Minister Cornwall acknowledged that limited access to capital and financial services remains a significant barrier to wealth creation. He further emphasized that the government is committed to expanding opportunities and creating pathways that exchange the availability and accessibility of financial services for all.
One of the barriers to wealth creation, particularly for underserved communities, is limited access to capital and financial services. This is a challenge we must confront head-on if we are to unlock the full potential of our people. I commend the credit union movement for its intentional expansion into rural communities, ensuring that all our people have access to financial services. As a government, we are committed to creating an enabling environment for additional financial services, including digital financial services, to expand access to credit microfinances, and investment opportunities, particularly for women, youth, and small and micro enterprise SMEs. 3, collaborating and partnership.
Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Dr. Timothy Antoine, was the keynote speaker. We take a break. When we return, we tell you more about the economic impact of Inter-Caribbean's direct flight from Guyana to Grenada from December 1st, 2024.
Hi, my name is Joshua Andel and I'm one of your Youth Parliament candidates for St. Andrews Northwest. Now, as you notice, I'm not wearing a shirt, tie, jacket, or anything fancy. Why? Because I wanted to come to you unapologetically honest, just as I am. I don't want you to think that the individual wearing a shirt and tie would be the only person representing you in the House of Parliament. This is who will be representing you in the House of Parliament. You have been meeting me halfway, so this is a bold statement to show you that I'm willing to do the same. Now let's be clear, I'm not here to fight for you, because fighting for you implies that you would not be by my side. I am here to fight with you, to tackle the issues of entrepreneurship, improving skills, and of course literacy rates throughout the constituency of St. Andrews Northwest. We would be fighting side by side. Every word I speak through my speech in the House of Parliament would be a word spoken by all of the youth.
My name is Amanda Japal George, your youth candidate for St. Andrews Southeast, and I pledge to be the voice of the youth of St. Andrews Southeast, advocating for your dreams, your challenges, and aspirations. I pledge that I will be with you in the good times and the bad times. In me, you have a friend, a confidant, a sister, a brethren, and an advocate. I commit to working tirelessly to create opportunities for your growth, to listen to your concerns, and to represent our needs with integrity and dedication. So don't ever think that you aren't good enough. I am here to be your voice. I am here to represent you. The misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the wrong pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently, the ones who are not fond of rules and who has no respect for the status quo. We can quote you, we can disagree with you, we can glorify or vilify you, but what we can't do is ignore you, because you change things, you push the human race forward. And though some may see you as the crazy ones, the black sheep in our families and communities, I see genius, brilliance, and hope. Because the people like you and I who think we can change the world are the ones who do. So take my hand. Together, we will build a future where every young person is empowered to succeed and make a meaningful impact in St. Andrews Southeast.
Championing change, embracing inclusion, a future for all. Hello to the youths of St. Andrews Northwest. My name is Dereka Samuel, and I am excited to announce my candidacy to be your youth parliamentarian. As your representative, I will amplify my voice for youth empowerment, advocating for proper training and job opportunities for each and every one of us. Inclusive education. I will push for improved programs and resources for all students, no matter their learning style or ability. Social justice. I will ensure that everyone is treated fairly and equally, no matter our backgrounds or life experiences. I aim to make St. Andrews Northwest a place where discrimination has no space. We all deserve of being at the forefront of our future. The time is now, because we are not just the future, but we are the present.
St. Andrews Southeast. My name is Kevon George, and I am your candidate and the best choice to make in the National Youth Parliament elections on December 5th. I'll give you 3 reasons why. Reason number 1, action. I have and will continue to represent you in the concerns that you have communicated to me in the areas of education, business, community development, personal development, and home ownership. Reason number 2, experience. I have been an active participant in the National Youth Parliament program since 2021. Why, you may ask? I am passionate about improving the everyday lives of our youths, and the program has given me the tools and opportunity to do just that. And number 3, no idle words. I'm a firm believer in the saying, do what you say you would do. And so, I am not here with any pie-in-the-sky political plans, but rather simple, straightforward, and accomplishable plans. And so, St. Andrews Southeast, a vote for Kevon George is a vote for action and experience over idle words. And that is the only right choice.
On the block today, in Parliament House tomorrow.
Join me and let's make a difference together.
A vote for me is a vote for action.
Action and experience over idle words.
Big Parish Youths, we are your candidates.
If it's one thing we know for sure, life is an unpredictable journey, full of twists and turns, but no matter where it takes you, the National Insurance Scheme is here, ready to support you every step of the way. Sickness benefits ensures that you can focus on recovery, not financial stress. Maternity allowance and grant provides essential support to start your beautiful journey of parenthood. The unemployment benefits act as a safety net, giving you peace of mind during challenging times. Employment injuries can be daunting, but NIS provides comprehensive coverage, including injury benefit, medical expenses, disablement, and death benefits. At NIS, your well-being is priority. Now, you can face challenges confidently, knowing that support is just a claim away. Contact us today to find out more about the range of benefits, or visit our website at www.nisgrenada.org.
Welcome back. Stacey Rahaman, founder and CEO of Visit Guyana, a destination management company, says the GTA's Tour Operators Marketplace is a welcoming initiative that allows for stakeholders in the industry to network and create the right connections for marketing various destinations. Rahaman says while this is her second trip to Grenada, it's her first attendance to the event, which is happening at an opportune time, as December 1st will see the start of Inter-Caribbean's direct flight to Grenada.
Guyana is largely known as an ecotourism destination. And we're an emerging destination as well as far as tourism offerings. So with regards to Grenada also being very, committed to sustainability as far as your product, we have a lot of things that align across the tourism value chain. So to answer your question, people coming to Guyana, visitors coming to Guyana, as well as persons living in Guyana, also have a lot of interest in nature and immersive experiences. So definitely with the straight flight, persons in Guyana will be interested in coming, but also because of the differences between the destinations. So we don't have blue water and white sand beaches. A lot of people in Guyana looking for a unique and different experience. And the fact that the flight time is so short, they will want to come over.
Rahaman says from her knowledge, there are a number of Guyanese nationals who are interested in visiting Grenada for all the amazing experiences that are talked about that they didn't have back home.
Because of the oil and gas industry, we now have a lot of business travelers who are coming to Guyana, who are servicing that industry, who also want to do interregional travel. So definitely the new flight between Guyana and Grenada, that's another opportunity for them to be able to consider destination Grenada as a place to visit, to see and be able to sample, the food, the cuisine, see your beautiful beaches, the hospitality and warmth of the Grenadian people. I think it cements something that we know, but we always need to remind people of. We have so much more in common as a region, so much more in common between Guyana and Grenada, the similarities and the differences also that make us unique. And to answer your question as well that you asked previously, would Grenadians be interested in visiting Guyana, right? Due to this new flight, I think definitely. Like I said, the reason for that is what I just mentioned. We have so much more in common than differences. And once we visit our respective destination, it reminds us as Caribbean people, we love the same vibes, the same music. We love spicy food, and Grenada is well known for that.
We'll take a break. We'll be back after these messages.
Hi everyone, I am Kale Cyrus, Youth Parliamentarian candidate for St. Mark and National Youth Ambassador for Grenada. Youths, the time is right now. We are the next generation, and let us prepare for those that comes after us. I invite you, come along this journey with me. Vote for me, Kale Cyrus, the one that will help you, the one that will hold your hand, the one that will ensure that every youth are included. We are the next generation. Together with you, we will ensure that every youth achieve higher education, much more community involvement, and most of all, employment opportunities.
Hi everyone, my name is Tiwana Scott, your Youth Parliament candidate for the vibrant and resilient constituency of St. Mark. My campaign under the slogan, Youth on Fire, Ready to Inspire, is not just about representation, it's about action. I am honored to stand here before you, driven with a vision to create a lasting change that empowers and uplifts our youths. I, Tiwana Scott, will work tirelessly to implement initiatives that focuses on mental health awareness, skill building, and more opportunities for our young people to showcase their talents and abilities. Whether through sports, creative events, or practical workshop, my goal is to impact and equip the next generation to lead, to contribute, and to strive. Together we can build a brighter future so that the youth's voices will not only be heard, but also empowered to make a real impact. Let's take action now for a brighter tomorrow. And remember, vote for me, Tiwana Scott, for the vibrant and resilient constituency of St. Mark. Youth on Fire, ready to inspire.
Hi, my name is Akim Philip, and I'm the Youth Parliamentary candidate for the parish known as Sunset City, St. Mark. I am passionate about development in my community, and I believe with your support, we can make a positive impact in St. Mark. Some of my focus would be on sports development, leadership development opportunities, financial management, youth and agriculture programs, entrepreneurship, and skills development opportunities for young persons. As young persons, we need to be a part of our country's democracy and development. Make your voices be heard. Together, we can make a difference.
Register today.
Visit www.youthelections.gd.
And get ready to vote on December 5th.
For the candidate you want to represent you at the National Youth Parliament.
Hello youths, my name is Kwesi Po, and I am a candidate for the upcoming national youth elections. I'll be running to represent the constituency of St. George Northeast. However, before you can vote for me, please go and register. Registration is ongoing from now to the 22nd of November 2024. As a health promotion officer and aspiring youth leader, I've had the opportunity to interact with youth from all walks of life. The unemployed, the underemployed, those who feel successful, and those who do not know what they want to do with their lives. But one thing I have learned from my interactions, that the youths of St. George Northeast, they're on fire. And if you elect me as your representatives, I promise to bring those opportunities to your door. Vote for youth empowerment. Vote for positive life experiences. Vote for growth. Vote for youth power. Vote for Kwesi Po. I am your candidate. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Akim B. Williams, and I am your Youth Parliament candidate for the mighty St. George Northeast constituency. I am currently serving my country, parish, and constituency as the first male nutritionist for the parish of St. George with the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council. And so my work as a nutritionist has taught me the importance of listening, but it has also allowed me to come up close and personal with the real issues affecting today's youth. So to you, my friends, neighbors, and colleagues of the mighty St. George Northeast constituency, I see and I hear the challenges that are affecting not just you, but are affecting all of us young people. So Come the 5th of December, I encourage you to vote. Vote for someone who understands the real issues affecting all of us young people. Vote for the one who will be unapologetic and unafraid about addressing our issues. So join us and make your voice count. Don't just dream it, but lead it.
We are proud
to be contesting
in the constituency of St. George Northeast.
Hi, I am Melissa Julian, and I am one of the candidates for the Tongue of St. George. I do believe my ability to multitask and my excellent interpersonal communication skills will make me the best candidate for the Tongue of St. George. If elected, I can reassure you that you are in the safest hands. Remember, I win, you win. Hope, change, and progress. Failure is not an option. Why me, you may ask. Why not me, I may answer. Short question. Hi, my name is Remaya Griffith, and I am one of the candidates for the Town of St. George in the 2024 National Youth Election. I am prepared to serve you. My key areas are youth empowerment, youth development, participation, and mental health. Be a part, don't depart, cast your vote, and let's make a new start. Embracing today to shape tomorrow, we are the future. Vote for Remaya.
Welcome back. The Spice Mass Corporation, in collaboration with the Grenada Cultural Foundation, on October 5th, held a stakeholders consultation with varying parties involved in Spice Mass. The overall objective was to hear from the key contributors what works and what needs attention in improving the overall product. Over 60 stakeholders from Mass, Pan, Calypso, Soca, Promotions, and Administration participated in the session, which was held at the Grenada Trade Center Annex. On November 9th, stakeholders came together once more, this time at the Spice Basket Gazebo, where Mr. Colin Dow presented a review of the various rapporteurs' reports as presented to him and condensed the same into a document. From the rapporteur's report, Dow says that there were some common refrains.
The need for transparency in the operations of the SMC. The lack of understanding sometimes in terms of why decisions are made, how decisions are made. But this theme of transparency came up over and over again. Effective communications. That was mentioned again by all stakeholder groups. The need to have timely and effective communications from the SMC. Inclusiveness. It obviously said to me that the various stakeholders felt that they were issued edicts as opposed to being collaborators in the delivery of Spice Mass. Fair remuneration, no surprise. All right, I don't believe any of us ever think that we're getting paid enough. Some of us, we enjoy what we do, so we really don't care about pay. But in general, none of us probably believe that we're getting paid enough. But the idea is fair remuneration and certainly an understanding of what that remuneration means, and for one to embrace the fact that it is fair within the circumstances currently present by the SMC.
Senator the Honorable Adrian Thomas, Minister for Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture, attended the review presentation and made remarks following Mr. Dow's presentation. Senator Thomas says from the information shared, one thing is clear, that an economic assessment of the country's largest festivity is urgently needed.
Well, earlier this year, before the Carnival, I said to the chairman, I want to know how much millions of dollars that Carnival is responsible for at the Dixie. And we need that economic assessment. I spoke to him last week about it, and so he's working on it. Well, he's not here this morning, but we'll have that discussion again because I need it as early as possible.
Another important observation from the presentation, he says, is that Carnival needs more money invested into the overall production. However, supporting documents must be forthcoming if he is to engage his cabinet colleagues for support.
I can't go to lot on us for more money, but don't have the figures, the data. In this day and age, you must have data to substantiate whatever you are seeing. So we need that. I was a little bit disappointed in the presentation because I know Mr. Dow maybe have mentioned it, but I don't think enough details was given on it in your PowerPoint presentation. I want more of them because I wanted that discussion to take place here. We need as a people to list, and public must know who are the real beneficiaries of Carnival, who make the real money, because the information is there. When peak sales on certain products shoot up the roof, how many rooms and how many businesses involved in the hotel are in, how much money they make. We need to know that. And we also need to know, if you are making a lot of money, are you contributing to the park? And that brings me to the very important point. What is the cost of choosing a Carnival Spice Mass 2025? What will be the cost of that for a production cost?
During the session, key areas were presented. The final report will be presented to the GCF chairman on November 18, 2024, after which it will be presented to Cabinet and shared with stakeholders. The Ministry of Education, in collaboration with the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Program for Educational Advancement and Relevant Learning, OECS PEARL, is continuing its efforts to improve reading and mathematics among early learners in Grenada and other OECS states. 93 students from 7 schools on the island have been chosen to participate in a pilot OECS early assessment in mathematics and reading, which is being conducted by the OECS PEARL. Although the assessment is geared towards grade 2 students, during the pilot phase, students who recently entered grade 3 are being assessed. The pilot targeted 30% of students from selected schools, as these students closely match the competencies expected at the end of grade 2, when the academic year began. The primary goal of this activity is to collect data that will help refine and streaming the assessment for a full implementation scheduled for June 2025. Sarana Mitchell has the details.
The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States is piloting the OECS Early Reading Assessment, OERA, and the OECS Early Mathematics Assessment, OEMA. 93 students, of which 41 are males and 52 are females, were chosen to participate in the assessment from 7 schools in Grenada. The results will allow educational assessment experts to determine the quality of the assessment in its role to capture data to determine the weaknesses and strengths of the students. This will give the team at the OECS PEARL time to make any adjustments for the full implementation in June 2025. Teacher at Blessed Sacrament Catholic School, Nakota Joseph, who invigilated the multiple choice component of the OECS mathematics assessment, was impressed with the layout and structure of the test.
I thought it was really good. It was child friendly. I love the pictures, the images that they used. I also like the fact that they brought in the bubble sheets for them to the answer sheets, which is different. So that was good as well. The questioning were appropriate, the questions that they used. So I think overall it was good.
Although the exam is geared towards grade 2 students, during the pilot phase, students who recently entered grade 3 are being assessed. 2 students who did the assessment shared their thoughts.
How was the exam?
Good.
How was the exam?
Good.
Was there any question that stumped you that was hard?
No.
No?
The 7 schools participating in the pilot phase of the OECS Early Reading and Mathematics Assessment are St. Paul's Government, St. George's Methodist, St. Andrew's Catholic, Blessed Sacrament Catholic, Holy Spirit Catholic, Grand Roy Government, and St. Louis RC Girls. Both components of the OECS Early Mathematics Assessment, OEMA, have been completed. The OECS PEARL has been serving Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Grenada since 2021. It is funded by the Global Partnership for Education, GPE, with the aim of increasing access to and improving student learning in basic education. Sarana Mitchell reporting.
We take a break. We'll be back after these messages.
Hello, I am Asha Kinta Laughlin McEwen Sylvester, your Youth Parliament candidate for St. Patrick's East. Once elected, we will work together to improve youth participation and leadership, education, and healthcare. Together, we will work towards empowering youth, embracing our potential, and unleashing our potential. Remember, your vote is your voice. I encourage you to make the right choice.
Hi, my name is Shanida Shade, and I am your Youth
Parliament candidate for St. Patrick's East. I am compassionate about community togetherness, development, and most importantly, youth mental health. If you want to see long-lasting change in this generations and generations to come, I urge you to register and make the right choice and vote.
Hello everyone, my name is Sean Williams. I am the National Youth Parliament candidate for St. Patrick West. I am an avid reader. I engage in farming and I also engage in chess. Once elected, I will be advocating for the eradication of illiteracy among the youths of the nation.
Hi, I am Zinzi Noel, your Youth Parliament candidate for St. Patrick's West. I am passionate about speaking up for every young person in my constituency. As your representative, I'll speak up on issues that matter to you, whether it being education, employment, or social justice. I'm here to listen. Remember, every voice counts, every barrier breaks. Register today.
Visit youthelections.gov.gd.
Every vote counts. Be part of the solution and get ready to vote on December 5th.
For the candidate you want to represent you at the National Youth Parliament.
Hi everyone, my name is Giovanna Mark and I am your Youth Parliament candidate for the Great South St. George. My aim is to be one of the best youth advocates for the great constituency of South St. George. My interest is poetry and skills and also being a voice for the voiceless, an advocate for those that cannot advocate for themselves. So vote for me as your next Youth Parliament candidate. Vote for action and forget the distraction.
Greetings everyone, my name is Jonathan Mitchell and I'm one of the candidates contesting for the constituency of St. George South. I would be bringing life to youth aspirations via inclusive opportunity for growth, employment initiatives, and community resilience. Remember to register by November the 22nd, and the election will be December 5th. So get your phones ready, get your laptops ready, get your tablets ready. Let's do this one for the youths. I'm Jonathan Mitchell.
I am Giovanna Mark and
we are proud
to be contesting for the constituency of South
St. George.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just checking to see how many of you are already registered and is ready to vote for me. Hi, my name is Veronique Lewis. I am 19 years of age and I am the youth candidate for St. George's Southeast. I am ready to listen to your concerns, voice your concerns, and support you all the way. So no long talk. Trust in God, vote with confidence, choose Veronique Lewis.
Hi, my name is Symphony Lord, Youth Parliament candidate for St. George Southeast and student of the Anglican High School. I am dedicated to advocacy and doing my utmost best to bring across change. Equity is something not present in every society. However, I would like to play a part in changing that. With your support, I hope to positively impact and offer equity, starting with my constituency and building upwards and outward. Join me to be agents of change, building our success and shaping our very own future. Like my slogan says, fostering initiative, harnessing potential, building success.
Hello, my name is Angela Boyd, and I am the Youth Parliament candidate for St. George Northwest. I want to help you to advocate on the issues that affect us, to be the change you yearn to see, to prove that us youths aren't just the future, but the doers of today. Vote Angela Boyd for St. George Northwest, working together to change communities.
My name is Jamal Mitchell, and I am your representative for St. George Northwest District. I am advocating for food security, improving the education and agricultural sector, mental health awareness. I'm also advocating for hydroponics, solar dehydration, aeroponics to deflate the current food insecurity rate by 26% by 2026. I am your district representative, Jamal Mitchell, and I am urging you to come out and vote for me on December the 5th, 2024.
Remember to register on www.youthelections.gd and complete a simple registration form.
And don't forget to cast your votes on December 5th.
Welcome back. Subway-sponsored secondary schools basketball championship is set to shoot off on Friday, 15th November, with matches scheduled to be played at the Guelph, Carnage, and Grenville hard courts. In 2024, Subway has invested over $40,000 in the event that showcases the talents of our secondary school male and female basketballers. Karine Maureen Alexander has the details.
Subway is back on board with full sponsorship of the secondary schools basketball championships. A media launch was held last Friday. In attendance, representatives of the sponsor, Ministries of Sports and Education, the Grenada National Basketball Association, coaches and students. Sponsor representative Mrs. Vida Bruno Victor spoke on Subway's commitment towards the secondary schools basketball championships.
Government and the Ministry of Sports cannot do all that needs to be done in sports, especially to run competitions. And therefore, it is extremely important for us to have sponsorship to help us in these areas. Subway is happy to return to the sponsorship of the basketball competition.
Coordinator of Sports in the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Mr. Colin Peters, was in high praise of Subway being the only corporate citizen to provide full sponsorship to a sporting competition of the Ministry of Sports and encouraged more sponsors to come on board to support the expansion of sports. Mr. Peters also highlighted the importance of having discipline when playing sports for all involved.
We all have our role in making sure that we have a successful competition. We all have a role to help with the growth of our students. I always remember from coaching in GBSS, Mr. Ashby always remind me, Peters, you want to win, but discipline is discipline. When you go there, your athletes, if they're not disciplined in the school, don't pick them. Don't pick them. They have to be disciplined on the playing field for them to be disciplined adults. Discipline is something that you practice and you grow. So let's support and let's give thanks again to Subway for the sponsorship for another year. They have been with us 15 years. We have seen the growth of the football, of the basketball. We have seen the scholarship that have been obtained to the basketball. We have seen our performance, how we grow at the Windward Islands games. We have seen the success of the female basketball team. As we are the Ministry of Sports have pledged to our budget allocation to support the Basketball Association in preparation for international and regional competition, even the plans to host a local competition and other developmental areas. So we are working with all the federation to make sure that the sports grow, as we have seen a massive expansion in our sport in Grenada. So let's all go there and be respectful to the officials, respect the rule of the game.
21 teams have confirmed participation in the Subway Secondary Schools Basketball Championship 2024-2025. The championship will commence with the boys division and the girls division matches will commence in 2025. Coordinator of the championships, Mr. Imran Ferreira, explains.
Because of the secondary school netball tournament, the female division is going to begin in January. So we'll break for the Christmas vacation and the tournament will continue as soon as the first week when school reopens. The teams will play each other in the zone and the top two teams from each zone will move on to the semifinals, which will be one game. The winner of the semifinal games will then play for the championships, where will be a best of 3 series. All right. Series will be happening on the 24th, 26th, and 28th of February. The runners-up will play one game for third and fourth place, and this will be on the 25th of February. So this is going to be the format for both the male and the female divisions.
An All-Star Tournament Day will be also held to celebrate the outstanding teams with shootout matches after the completion of the main championship. I am Karine Maureen Alexander reporting.
And finally, President of the Grenada National Basketball Association, Kester Elcock, says competitions such as the Subway-sponsored Secondary School Basketball Championship creates the perfect platform for new talents to emerge. We get more in this Karine Maureen Alexander report.
President of the Grenada Basketball Association, Kester Elcock, encourages students at the mid-year launch of the Subway Secondary Schools Basketball Championships to make good use of the opportunity to play for their schools. He highlighted some top basketballers who participated in the championships in previous years that have been successful in gaining scholarships and have played or is now playing for top colleges and teams in the U.S.
To the players, this is your moment. You have trained, practiced, and poured your hearts into the sport. Now it's time to bring your passion to the court. Let your passion and love for the sport propel you. It would be remiss of me if I do not mention a few of the past players who participated in this event and were recipients of scholarship, and even now they play pro basketball in the US and Europe. Kevin Cox, Hakim Robinson, Hakim Simon, Lyndon Daniel, Daniel Regis, Austin Thomas, Ian Adams, Jonathan Gibson, and more recently we've had Enel St. Bernard and Akinde Redhead, who went on to get scholarship in the US. Enel just signing in with Indiana State University, a top Division I basketball school in the US. And Akinde, they're both playing at Pinella State College in the US. I encourage you players to set your goals, be consistent with your training sessions, be a student of the game, play hard, play fair, and most importantly, enjoy every second of this experience. Before you turn around, you're going to be out of secondary school and you're going to say, boy, if I had opportunity again.
He also commended the sponsor and the ministry for making such investment for the youth in a safe and supportive environment, and also for the reintroduction of the tournament as his federation continues its role in basketball development in Grenada. Mrs. Vina Bruno Victor, who is a past permanent secretary in the Ministry of Sports, says she is thrilled of the success stories of the championship as she recalls negotiations for sponsorship from Subway. She encouraged more girls to seek after the many benefits of playing the sport.
I was happy to hear Mr. Elcock mention how many people receive scholarship for this endeavor. And I recall just before I left the ministry, we had this negotiation with Subway for the sponsorship of the tournament. And therefore, as we continue, that was been since about 2015. So it's a long time now that we have been there with the basketball. I only heard gentlemen name called for scholarship. And therefore, I challenge you this morning to ensure that scholarship pass the female side. We played better netball when we learned how to play basketball. That's when we really started to play to make Grenada proud. So there are so many benefits that can be derived from playing basketball. I'm not going to say it's a better sport than anyone. I'm just going to say that we played better when we played it.
The Ministry of Education plays a critical role in the running of sporting activities in the school. Mr. Jerry Alexis, Curriculum Officer responsible for physical education in the Ministry of Education, said the ministry continues to support activities outside the classroom that would be beneficial to the students, promoting balance in their overall development.
We clearly understand the benefit of creating a balanced child, developing the child holistically, not just the academics, but we understand clearly the importance of sports and physical activities. Every day we at the ministry, and especially in my department, we speak to the importance of having the kids play more so now than ever, because we know you guys are locked to that. So every opportunity that we think that we could get you all out of the classroom, basically to get out in some form of sporting activity, we at the Ministry of Education, we greatly appreciate it. I want you all to understand that this competition is a serious one. Take it at heart, work hard. Sports can actually promote many values in you all. So discipline, sportsmanship, teamwork, we are looking for all these during the tournament. And I hope at the end of this tournament, may the best team win, or sometimes the best prepared team win.
I am Karine Maureen Alexander reporting.
Thank you, Karine. And with this, we come to the end of the GIS News for Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sherry Ann Noel, thanking you for viewing.